Te Totara stars.
Hi, I'm Madison. I'm a Year 6 student at this school. Today I'm interviewing Mr. Sheedy. He has been working at Te Totara since the first day it opened, back on the 4th of February 2008, and is still working here today. Hi, Mr. Sheedy. What was your job before you started at Te Totara, and what made you decide to apply to work at Te Totara?
Well, thank you. I was a principal at Parawai School in Thames before I came here. I was a principal there for 12 years, and I was principal of 4 other schools before I came here. And what made me apply? Well, I was very happy at the school I was at. It was a lovely school, but I saw an advertisement which was advertising a greenfield school. That is a brand new school in a greenfield, and I thought that would be a very interesting thing to do. And at that time, my family were just growing up, and they were very much into tennis at the time. So my 2 boys were very keen to come to Hamilton as well. So it wasn't hard to sell them to come here, but it was a little bit harder for my wife, but she was great, and she got a job as a teacher as well.
Okay. What do you remember about the first day?
The first day the school opened, I remember we had a dusty road that the children came down because Hector Drive, as it's known now, was just a dirt track, and we had gravel around the school. And I remember we started with 58 children, and with lots of parents came along, and we got each child to open the school by cutting a ribbon, and that was pretty cool. And it's just a little piece of ribbon with the school logo on it. And that was a pretty special day. It was an exciting day, and it's a long time ago now, but if you can imagine 58 children, it doesn't seem a lot, but at the time it was really super exciting.
Okay. What was the first year like?
The first year was really interesting because everything was new. Every single thing that we did at our school was new. It was new furniture, new gear, new equipment, and most importantly, new learning programs. So we had to work really hard to make sure that we built on those first foundations. And probably the key thing was making sure we had the stars, our values, really important as they are today.
What are some of the most memorable things that have happened during your time at the school?
That's a good question. I do remember dressing up as a princess once because one of the classes won a competition, and the prize was for Mr. Sheedy to come along or something of their choice. So I dressed up as a princess for the day, and that was pretty interesting. I do remember the roads being flooded and not being able to get in and out. I remember the first time that we had a ride-on lawnmower, because Mrs. Fraser had a little drive of that out in the field, which is pretty cool. I remember lots of very fun times with the children and lots of fun times with all the staff, and it's been a wonderful 10 years of lots of interesting things. Every day here something cool happens, which is neat.
How are things different from now from when the school started?
Well, I guess it's a lot bigger, so we have to be really, really organised. We've got lots of systems and processes, but we started those on the very first day. We knew that the school would be a big school, so we were very careful to make sure that what we did then would work now. And pretty much it has, all the systems and processes. I guess one of the things that really comes through is that I used to know all the children really, really, really well, and now we've got around 800. It's not so easy. But it's always nice to see the smiles, and I always said that my job's to check smiles, and that's for everyone involved in the school. So you should be able to come along and make it a happy and fun place.
Thank you, Mr. Sheedy.